everyone. Welcome to another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I was planning on having two 43-year-olds from St. Petersburg, Russia. However, there's only one of them. But between the two of them, if they were both here, they combined for 25 pro seasons in Deutschland or Germany. But they're best known as pioneers of the Israeli ice hockey game. Just last season, they won the Israeli championship with the Ashdod Dolphins, and they ran amok, putting up 15 points in a combined 6 games played, but most of those points were this guy, not the guy that didn't show up. But they're also legends on and off the ice with Team Israel. One of them has been the captain for years, and he's not here today. And for fun, is the assistant coach in the under 18s and under 20s. The other, the guy that's actually here, just last season was the head coach for the men's squad, the under 18s, and the under 20s, and helped Two Ales and Hockey Tales become #1 in Israel for weeks. And this season took over as the team manager for the under 20s, and they just took home silver. Welcome back, Evgeni Kozhevnikov. Oh, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Great to be here.
Mishi's scared, eh?
Yeah,
Can't hang
yeah.
with us big boys.
No. Your introduction is getting longer and longer every year.
Yeah, I guess we do this about once a year. Hey,
Yeah, this is great. It's great. It's what is it, like fourth time, I think?
I think so. Yeah, I remember the time we had all 4 of you that were playing in Israel all on at the same time. That was fun.
Yeah, that was one. There was actually, the year before there was a summer league also.
Yeah. And you guys won that last season with the Dolphins, eh?
Yes, actually, yes. There's we played the same team, but the new arena opened in Israel this year, actually this season, and it's in Ashdod. So actually, our team, Misha's in my team, they moved from Bat Yam to Ashdod. So
yeah, I saw the name change. So you were in a new town?
Yeah, we're in new town. They built the rink right on the beach.
Oh
right
boy, really?
Well, really, the season was I mean, it's a summer league. It's a short season, but it was so great because you live at the beach, hang out at the beach all day,
Play some hockey at night.
yeah, play some hockey at night, and then crush some beers.
That sounds like a pretty good summer.
Yeah, it was, and then you win.
Right, winning's
So
fun.
Winning is fun, so it's like make the things even more worth. So great times, yeah.
That thing that always ranked me around the world, for the podcast, they stopped doing that. As soon as the new year hit, they sent out a thing saying this is done come the new year. So now I can never see if I'm ranked #1. I hope after we do this and we're ranked #1, I get to actually see that because I think it's neat that we can be ranked #1 in Israel.
Probably yes. I mean, there's a lot of news right now in Israel, but not sports wise. But I hope we will do it.
Sure.
We have to keep going. We're #1 every time, right?
That's right. Winning is fun. And from having you on, I've been communicating with some people that are part of the Israeli Hockey League, and Itai Kerner told me he was sending me jerseys from Israel. I'm still waiting.
Oh yeah, Itai.
Yeah, Itai. Is that how you say it?
Yeah. He was on the team too this year. Itai.
I saw that he was on the under 20s, eh?
Yeah, he was, and played actually a good tournament. Last year. He was U18's captain. Was captaining the team last year.
Well, he seems like a leader, and
he's a good kid.
Sounds like a really nice guy because he said there was going to be a charity game in Toronto area this year, and he asked if I wanted to be involved, and I'm like, of course I'll come play for Team Israel. That sounds really fun. But now they're not coming to Toronto. There's a game in the New York Islanders arena, eh?
Yes, baby. I'll be there.
You're gonna be there?
Yeah, we'll be there. Misha and myself, we're gonna go there, and it's gonna be a huge event. Hopefully, a lot of things.
That's really neat. That's pretty exciting for Israeli hockey that you're getting a barn that big.
Yeah, it's great news. Of course, as soon as we heard like there was gonna be like a big game and in an NHL arena, so we wanted to be part of it. Like every time.
So what team are you playing for in it?
Actually, the point is there will be 2 teams playing, Tel Aviv versus Jerusalem. But the Tel Aviv team it's actually our team Ashdod, but
Oh, it's your Dolphins.
yeah, it's Dolphins, but nobody in the world knows what Ashdod is, but
Right.
everybody knows, like in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, that's probably the known cities all over the world. So
Yeah.
they made it and it's a promotion game for the summer league. So they made it like Ashdod versus Tel Aviv. So it will be playing, I think, on Jerusalem roster because they want to keep it like they want to have a good game and they want to be like this. Roster should be like similar strength, so they put us on the Jerusalem roster, but we'll see. Maybe we'll ask for a trade.
It's pretty neat though, eh? What is going on in Israeli hockey from, I guess, when you would have started with it, right? Like you and your brother really got things going over there, eh?
Yeah, we're there for 10 years now, or over 10 years actually. We started just as players, and we had to play, it was also good for us, and it was exciting and good experience. We started to play in the Israeli league actually, where we won the league, I think
Yeah.
2 times or 3 times. Then we went a couple times for the Continental Cup all over Europe. It was in I think in Bulgaria and in Belgium and stuff like this in countries. And then to be eligible to play for the national team, you have to play live in Israel and play in Israel for I think 15 months, something like
Okay.
this. And then we started to play for the national team, and things were going. And then we also participated in the Maccabi games twice, which is the third biggest tournament in the world after the Olympics and the Paralympics.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you heard about Maccabi games. It's like
I think we talked about it one of the other times, or I might have talked to your brother about it,
like,
but yeah, like it's neat to see. But I remember talking to Max Beerbreyer and a couple other guys that played in Israel, and there was only the one arena, right? There was only the Air Canada something, and
yeah.
now there's another one, or what?
Actually, the Air Canada Center is, I don't know which, it's in the north, so it's pretty damaged after the bombings right now,
Oh,
from what I've heard. But right now there's the one new arena in Ashdod, there's one arena in Netanya, and there's still one arena in Holon, and plus the Canada Center in north. So there's 4 arenas now.
okay.
Since we joined the Israeli Federation, there are 2 new arenas built, and there's probably one in the making, another one.
Yeah, that's neat. You need arenas so people can play. And I
Yeah.
really hope that that charity game or whatever it is happens in the Toronto area someday, because I would love to put on the jersey, you know?
Yeah, Tal Avneri, you know him. I think I connected you guys, and
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Was he the
he
guy that was running the league, right?
he's the guy who is running the summer league. You have to. There's a difference. There's a league from the federation, one league, which is like the Israeli Hockey League, and this is the summer league.
Okay.
And now it's like the guys who's running the summer league also now are running the federation.
Yeah.
So probably maybe it becomes one.
Yeah, it blends together a bit more.
Yeah, the summer league actually, it's from what I've seen, it's ranked higher, and but it's short. It's like the league is running over 4 weeks, but that allows players from abroad to come to Israel and play hockey in Israel.
And live on the beach and play hockey.
Yeah, and in the level of hockey, of course, it's raised the level of hockey in the league because, of course, from foreign players from the US, from all over the world, actually, it's
But you still got it, eh? I saw you had 10 points in 3 games. You still got it.
Yeah, I was
Once
in
you
a good
have it,
mood.
it's hard to lose it, right?
Hey, I was in a good mood after like after the beach, had a good nap in the afternoon.
So if I'm on the beach in Israel, what are we eating for pregame meal? Okay, I get it. So it's a fun league.
It's I actually this is a fun league, but all the boys, they know that they are to play hockey. On the ice you contribute. Like you want to win, and everybody wants to win bad, and but at the end after the handshake, like you still hang out together.
It's time to hit the beach.
And, and stuff like this. And the games are pretty. Actually, it was great. The games were pretty late. I think 9 p.m., 10 p.m., stuff like this. So really, you have time to relax. They have like I told you,
Have a full beach day and then a nap.
nap and a good meal, nap, and
Then you're ready to play.
ready to play, and and for the after game, have a couple of beers, hang around. Also, like weather is great, and at the beach,
Sounds
and
fun.
bars, couple good bars there, and so
So what,
it's
how
great.
long's the league? 6 weeks or something, right?
Yeah, something around that. Yeah, I think they try to cut a little shorter because
It's a lot of
like
work for people to miss and stuff, right? When you're
yeah,
grown-ups.
yeah. So the thing this year is going to be 4 weeks, which maybe allows even more people to come, and it's still a long. I mean, we were there for I think 2.5 weeks, so we missed a couple games also.
I
But
remember the last time you came on, I think you had just lost your teeth.
yeah, that, that was 2 years ago. Yeah.
Is there
That,
is there fights in that league?
yeah, a little bit, like a little
No,
bit. I mean, fighting is not, I mean, like every league in Europe and even in the US, like they want to they're trying to stop fighting, but
I know, but
thing,
it's fun to
the
watch
thing,
and do sometimes.
it's fun to watch and sometimes it's, like it's important because, let two guys go, get the emotions out and all the other
And
players
then
don't come
carry
down.
on. It's like
Yeah,
if the guys that don't fight and then they just bug each other every game
yeah,
all season, it's like just
yeah.
fight and move on.
Yeah, I totally agree. There's a couple guys fighting, but like not at my age anymore.
Right.
Like but there are a lot of kids also, and since like you said, we're also involved in coaching and stuff like this. You want to be a good example
Yes,
because
that's right. You would be playing against the guys you coach. And so last
yeah,
season, you coached under 18s, under 20s, and the men's team. So that must have been busy.
yes, it was, but it was also a great season for us for all the teams except the U18. We relegated last year,
Yeah,
but so the year before we moved up and then we relegated.
right.
So, but like I said, and in the talks, the team was not ready yet. And actually, the upcoming championship is 4 weeks. It's in Mexico, and I can make it because I'm pretty busy here at home with hockey and work. But Misha is going to be the head coach.
Oh,
He's,
nice.
he's
He's gonna coach the under 18s in
yeah,
Mexico.
yeah, in Mexico, yeah.
Maybe
So
he'll be ready to talk by then. Hey,
maybe, I
maybe.
don't know.
I was a scaredy
Maybe a
guy.
busy guy.
Busy guy. But so you're in Dusseldorf right now?
Yeah, I'm in Düsseldorf right now. Yeah.
You still coaching in Dusseldorf too?
Yes, still coaching. 6 points weekend. This
Yeah.
so it's pretty good, and we are now like heading into the end of the season, and actually our team is doing great. And the German championship will be carried in Düsseldorf. We're going to be a home tournament because in U15, I think the 6 best teams coming together for a tournament, and
Mm-hmm.
then they play for like the championship. So and it's
German
going to be home.
championship.
Yeah, it's going to be a home tournament this year, and our guys are doing pretty good. So
My under 13 boys had a tournament here in town, a home tournament to win the regional, and we won in overtime. We won the semis and the finals in overtime. Then
oh
we
wow,
win a championship on home ice, and it was like a full arena for under 13. It was so cool. And then we went to it was the Silver Stick Internationals, which was all the what was there 7 teams there that had all won a tournament to get there, and we went all the way to the finals. We lost, or we won a triple overtime game in the semis in the morning, and that cooked my fellows for the finals. But we were right there with the team that won it, and man, it's really fun seeing these kids get those experiences of playing in the big games.
yeah, that's what it's all about, right? You want to get them ready for like for further steps, and I mean it's fun, and for them, this is the most important game ever. Like right
Oh
at the
yeah,
moment, and it's so fun to see how much they're into it, and it's great. Yeah, I know.
and
It's
yeah, like
unbelievable.
watching kids try. And it's like when I was playing pro, it's like, man, you guys try harder than professionals.
Yeah, of
You're
course.
more passionate.
Yeah, it's not about money. It's not about titles. It's not about like any other stuff. That's really true hockey. Like
Yeah, and they're doing
like,
it for the love, and they're trying that hard because they want to. It's not
yeah,
about the paycheck.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
great. That's great. And
Yeah, I've been having a hoot, and then I'm also I guess I coaching quite a bit, just like yourself. I got my under 13 boys that I help my daughter's team on during practices, But then I'm also helping coach the Ripley Wolves, the senior team here.
Oh yeah.
And we just started playoffs, and we beat the team 10-3 and 7-0 this weekend. And we finished in first in the regular season. So, man, I got a lot of I really hope that the Ripley Wolves can win a trophy and my under 13 boys can win all Ontario's. And I think that would be a heck of a hockey season.
Wow, that sounds really great. You're also pretty busy with hockey and pretty successful, actually.
Yeah, and well, as a coach, you got to have the players to win. And both teams, I have game breakers, role players. I have Big D. I have mucker uppers. And both teams, like, I'm a very fortunate coach to have who I have.
Yeah, I believe you. For me, actually, I'm coaching under 15s, and even but you also see it in the national team and the juniors that this is the age where like there's like you say the role players and game breakers, but it's tough for them
To
to
understand all the
to
roles.
understand it, and actually they're still developing. So you don't want to put one guy in this situation only, or yeah, so everybody
Yeah,
has to prove and everybody has to work. But still, now even you can see we have a couple guys, and it's unbelievable because those are things you can teach. But whenever the game is close, whenever you need to go, they just step up
yep.
and they just like and they're just they want to be on the ice, they want to have the puck, they're not like
They're not nervous when it's the big moment.
yeah, it's and those are things and you can teach,
No,
and you always say, why is the one guy like this and the other guy like stepping back and getting shy and getting nervous, and but it's for those couple guys which love this role and they love the big stage actually.
yeah, yeah.
And unbelievable, and I hope they can keep improving and keep working, like because this is like dangerous age now.
So when you're coaching under 15s, under 18s, under 20s, and the men's, I find it interesting going from an under 13 practice to then the men's team, and
Yeah.
it's different coaching. You with the Wolves, there's I don't have to explain it more than once, and like they understand. And then when the under 13 boys start getting the hockey lingo and understand what I'm saying, and it's pretty neat. But you do have to come up with different practices based on the age group, eh?
Yes,
Hmm.
this is, on the one hand, yes, I totally agree with you, but on the other hand, it's there's also a lot of the coaching
Overlap.
is different. The coaching is different because the age is different, and like you want to get this guys going, but there's a lot of things overlapping because actually in the U15s we teach a lot of like the basic things,
Yeah.
and when you go with the national team, like I mean, you have only 10 days, even though the guys know each other for years, but still every time they're in the same place, everybody's playing this, another team, different system, different coach, different role on the team, whatever, but then they come together for 10 days and you still have to start low and
Yeah.
give them basics and
Yeah.
basics, and as a coach, I mean, like, you have to demand it from them, because
Set the bar.
yeah, and because still this is what it takes, because if you do basics and you're all on the same level, then you go make the next step, the next step, the next step, next step. And even during those 10 days we played 6 games, we had 1 exhibition games and 5 games during the tournament, but you see how they get more confident with the system, how also even every year, you have guys who like underachieve, you have guys who overachieve, like you have different, it's always a different team, same guys but always a different team.
Yeah.
And even in that age, one year, I mean, I've seen a lot of guys a year ago, 9 months ago, but this is a time span which is pretty long because everybody develops different.
They do though.
And we have this year, for example, Samson Goldstein. He was one of the youngest guys on the team. He's still 15, I think. He played on the 20s, and
Oh, that's young.
he has a big body, but if you see the way he went over the one year, it's amazing. Actually, I think he was voted by all the teams as best forward of the tournament.
And he's 15.
He is 15, yeah, and
Um, I know what you mean though, and kids are always developing at different rates. It's like the kids I have this year. Some of them I've been with for 3 years. But my captain, he well, he shoots pucks after school. He works out. He goes to bed early. He's gets up and at 'em. But he plays hockey the right way. He plays hockey hard. But then he's also like smarter than me. And like when I drive him to practice and stuff, and he asks me about things that we see driving, and I'm like, I don't know how to answer that, man. What's with all the difficult questions? I'm just taking you to practice. But then you see him go on the ice and you see how smart he is with the puck and like the plays he makes that like that's not coaching, that's you, buddy. And to see this kid become like he's got to be like the best player in Ontario now. And like it's from last year to this year, seeing how far this kid has come, it's like, well, I think you're going places and I'm going to help you, you know?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
fun having players like that on my team. My son does quite well too. But like having those two guys as my two of my centermen and you can put them out when it's crunch time. It's nice to have that in the back pocket.
of course it is. Yeah. Why is he actually that? I tell you the background later, but why is he the captain? This guy, not because he's the best player, right?
Well, no, he leads by example. He doesn't have to say much. He goes out and shows everybody how hard to work and to do the right things. And he's a team first guy. He doesn't care who scores the goals or gets the assists. And he's also willing to block any shot. And he's your best player. I had a vote from the kids, and it was pretty much unanimous. And kids know who their leader is.
Yeah, that's. I mean, every team knows, but it's also because I today before the game I had a discussion with my captain actually, because before the game, like in our team, it's like you're not the captain over the season. You know, like every game there can be another captain.
Really?
Yeah, this is how we do it. Or other assistant captains, whoever is doing well and stuff like this. But of course, basically, it's mostly the same guys.
Yeah.
But maybe like maybe you have 4, 5, 6 guys on the team who really deserve to be assistant captain or captain. So you kind of shifted, like, and he came to me before the game and he was like, I don't know if you planned to make me captain for today's game, but if so, I don't want to be captain. And I'm like, okay, I'm not putting you into this role, but
Why?
Why? And he couldn't really answer the question. And I was like talking to him and telling him like there are leaders, different kind of leaders, and I explained him why I want him to be the captain. And I tell him if you're a captain, you don't have to like to speak up in the locker room. You don't have to.
You don't have to change anything. There's a reason why
Yeah,
we want you to be the captain.
but you're the guy. You work hard all the whole week, and you work hard at practices. You're focused. You care about your teammates. Like you do the right things on the ice. You do the right things off the ice. So there's no pressure.
Yeah, just be yourself.
Yeah, and also I asked him if he wanted to be a leader on the team, and he said yes. Yeah. Then I told him like, then you have to accept the role because this is like this
Yeah.
is next step.
This is what we want from you.
Yeah, this is what we want. Everybody, but for me, it's like it's all for me. Of course, I want to develop players, but it was for me. I was never the guy who wanted to be a captain or assistant captain because I don't know why. Because I also, and for me, I know there were players for them it was important to have a letter,
Yeah.
on the jersey. But I am always a guy, like it's not important. It's just you can be a leader without a letter, like you can lead a team without a letter and stuff like this. But it was like for me also, you learn from the kids too, like you said, like actually there was and I wanted to just understand his, like his point of view and
Yeah. Well, and I would wonder too, because I mean, some players they get upset when they don't get a letter, and for a guy to say I don't want it, I would have the same conversations with coaches when I'd be going to a new team or something. They're asking about being a leader, and I'm like, well, I don't think I am the captain. I'm like, but I've been an assistant captain in my life, and I think it's because I'm like bringing the boys together. And maybe it's not always what the coach wants, but I'm actually bringing a team together off the ice and making us really good friends. And that would be my way of being a leader, is having fun away from the ice.
Yeah, this is important too. I mean, maybe not in the under 13 or under 15, but yeah, but anyways, it's just an interesting. And actually, we had this championship with the U20s. We had also an issue with the with our captaincy because like usually we the coaches decide who the captains are on the national team because there's not a lot of time, and we had a captain for the exhibition game, and then we felt like the leadership group didn't do a good job, and we felt like the team is not coming together, and you don't have a lot of time. You can like if you coach the team during the season, you can let things grow, like you have time. You can say, okay, let's wait a week, let's have another week practice.
But you only have like 10 days.
Yeah, you can talk with the players, with the captains and players, and you can tell them what the expectations are, what the job is, and now we felt like we don't have time and we need to make things happen. So we like took away the letters and we let the team choose.
Mm-hmm.
And then what the situation was that the guy who was the captain, he got only 3 of 60 possible votes.
3
of 60 possible. So every player had three.
Every player had votes.
Three votes. So there was 60 possible votes. 60.
So it was all pretty even.
Yeah, but he got only 3 votes out of 60. You know, and then we felt like first it was a shock because he is by far the best player on the team.
Right.
Like skill-wise, hockey-wise, by far the best. But then, and we were kind of first of all shocked, but then...
That was the guy you had the C on for the first game?
The guy, how he was? Or was Mike? It was Mike Levin.
Right.
You know him probably. He played
I saw the stats he had in the tournament, and I saw his stats in the OHL. He looks like a player.
He is hockey-wise, he's a great player. I tell you, that's for sure. He was the best forward and the best player in the tournament by far. Well, agree, but he is still young and he has still a way to go. He plays in a good league, and I think he'll make his way. But but he's still a young man, and he's still got things to learn. And for me, it's always important because if you're the best player, if you're a leader on team, it's not that the team owes you something. It's not that the team is got to play for you, and this is your responsibility to make the people around you better. You owe them something because if you're the better you are, the more responsibility you have.
Yeah. Well, and I find when you have a player like that on a team, guys can start watching them play instead of going out there and getting things done themselves. They're waiting for that guy to go make the play, and they're waiting for that guy. And in that international silver stick final, when we're playing all the other champions, my captain, his line was scoring the goals, and he was scoring pretty much all the goals. And then we lost a game, and my speech was, one player cannot win us this tournament. We need everybody to be doing this, and Brady Collins is not going to win this tournament for us by himself, and we need everybody to step up. And when you have those players that are doing it, it can happen. I saw it happen in pro. Like, people just wait for them to make the plays.
No. That was actually a discussion, same thing within the coaching staff during this tournament, because it's not the top level, like it's Division 2 Group B. So, but it's not the top level, and we were discussing with the coaches because there was like an opinion. The guy said, "Okay, this tournament, the team will win the tournament when their best players play the best."
Yeah.
And I was saying, "No, guys, no, that's totally wrong.
It takes everybody.
It of course it takes everybody, but the team where the secondary scoring is the best will win this, because the first line or the best players, they play at the same level. They'll
cancel each other out. Yeah.
But when you have secondary scoring, when you have your second line, not only play plus minus zero or whatever, but scoring goals, win their battles.
Yeah.
This team will win, because it's always like this.
Well, like, you played a lot in Germany, and I found in Germany it was like that. Denmark, it was like that. And like, whoever has the most depth, and when it comes to playoffs, wins. And it's not like the first line is going to score their goals, but then you need the second, third line to score goals too. And it makes it way easier on the top guys when everybody's scoring.
That's the point, because when as a top guy, you can have a bad day, you can have a bad shift, you can have a bad period, whatever, but you also have to rely on the other guys, you know.
Well, and it
And
was what brings back for me was when I was at Western Michigan, and when
yeah,
I first went there, we had three lines that could score. Come my senior year, my last year at Western Michigan, every single game I had to play against the other team's top two defensemen. Every single shift, they would make it that I had to play against the best defenseman on the other team. And when you're in NCAA, those two defensemen are like they're like NHL guys. And it's like, so every shift I have to play against these guys. And if you have other lines scoring, they can't do that.
yeah.
Mm. What's your favorite drill in practice?
Drill.
Yep. As a coach or as a player, you choose.
Oh,
I'm an
as a
aspiring
player,
coach. I always ask people what their favorite drills are, so maybe I'll hear something new.
as a player, I love the Thursday practice, like before the games. In Germany, you play Friday, Sunday games, you know,
Yeah,
and I love the Thursday practice, you know, with the PP, you know, like, and I was
power
in the
power
PP, power
plays,
play,
maybe yeah,
good for
maybe
like,
maybe a shootout.
no, not a shootout, but actually power play. And I was fortunate enough to play with ex pros and guys who were playing really like in the top level in Germany, or even like in Russia and stuff like this. And it was I mean I loved it, you know, like, because the
I
power play.
think you're right though. Like when I guess looking back on it, I've never thought of that as an answer, but the power play was my thing, and that is,
Yeah,
why I was professional was because of my power play skills. And
yeah,
when it was time to do that in practice, I knew it was my time.
yeah, that's it. And I loved it because, you know, like you know that, you know, like, because in the game power play, it, for me it's not like, oh, I'm the best player, that's why I'm playing power play. No, but it's put even more responsibility in you, because 5 on 5, it's like, it's nice when you score, but nobody accepts it. But if you play power play in a game, you have to score, you know,
Yeah,
because special teams
yeah,
decide the
the,
game, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah,
if you're on a PK and they score on you, it's okay. It's a PK. That happens. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
on a power play, you have to score. So it's special. But during the practice, you can work things out. You know, like,
yeah,
we had like experienced guys, and they were like, they would stop the power play and they would come towards you and explain, okay, do like this, do like the, tell you what to do, and when you learn it, and when you fix it, and when you get it done, and when it works, I loved it. You know.
I totally understand, and I actually had a neat one as a coach. Was
Yeah.
we're going into playoffs with the Wolves and the men's team, and the coach has me set up the power plays and the units and the breakouts and where everybody goes and stands, and I really enjoy that because that's what I did as a player. I'd get pretty bossy with my teammates on the power play, but now you set up the power plays, and then the first game of playoffs, I think we scored like 3 power play goals, but the coach had said, he's like, I want a 5-on-3 too. And then when we were going to do it, and I told the guys who was on it, the captain came to me and he said, Wally, tell us what we're doing on the 5-on-3. Like, tell us where to go and what to do. And I was like, okay, if you guys want me to tell you exactly what to do, I will. And then I set up a play, and I was like, the net front guy, he's a righty. So when it comes down low, I'm like, you're standing on the back post for the tap in. The guy on the other side can pop up behind you. And then we got a 5-on-3 in the game. They did the exact play and tapped it in back door. And I was like, God, that's cool.
That's, that really is. Whenever it works out, it's great, because, you know, like, and no one knows what's behind it, how much time you practice it or explain it, and that.
When I had like the captain, I had told him, I'm like, as soon as you get that, like, don't even think about it. Just throw it across, like, fast before the sticks are in the way. And he did it, and the guy tapped it in. I was like, oh my God, I like this coaching thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's experience. That's experience.
But yeah, no, it is nice when those things work out. So power plays your answer, eh? So are you talking
Yeah,
full ice? Where are we starting from? Or are you just an
power
in
play.
zone type of guy? Yeah.
No, break. I mean, breakout is break with a breakout probably, but actually, you know, like, yeah, with a breakout, yeah.
So for your is Team Israel teams,
Yeah.
are who all are you coaching this year? You were the manager. of the under-20s, eh?
Yeah, this year it was a little new system because as I was the head coach over the last 2 seasons, and now we have new guys came into the federation, and new guys actually we had a coaching team where Kirill Polozov, Nikita Lukin, and Misha. And Kirill Polozov and Nikita, they're pretty new. They lived for maybe 3 years in Israel, so pretty new to the federation. But both played in the KHL. Both won the KHL actually.
So they're hockey guys.
Yeah. I mean, Nikita played back in the days in the lockout season with Dynamo Moscow, with Ovechkin, Backstrom on the team during lockout season, and Kirill played also with a lot of former NHL guys and former Team Russia. His father was also a lead player in Russia, so they both come from hockey, and they're younger than us.
Yeah.
I mean, they're about 33, 34, something like this. But still, we play also together on Ashdod. We play together one line.
Yeah.
So we had a great time. We have a couple similar understanding of hockey. We talked, and now there was a choice because you need to have a team manager. And we were talking with the federation, and I said, okay, let me do the team manager, but then we're still 4 coaches.
Right.
So I'm happy they decided to do that. And so we shared the responsibilities of team manager, because you have to supervise the games, you have to go to some meetings with the directorates, with the IHF staff and stuff like this. We shared those responsibilities, but still we were 4 coaches.
Yeah, you're a team.
Yeah, so we made which is pretty new. We made video this year because
I hate that shit.
You hate it? Actually, I like it actually.
When I thought Mishi was coming on today, I actually YouTubed some Hellbron Falcon highlights from the season we played together. And it was weird that we were never on the ice together. I couldn't find us on the ice actually together, but yeah, that's a long time ago. But your brother's a hockey guy too, and sounds like you guys have some good coaches for Team Israel.
Yeah, that was great. So we made a lot of, and we actually we also had a great time off the ice too, not only on the ice.
That's a big part of playing hockey.
That's a big part of playing hockey. Yeah, and
you got to enjoy the people you're playing the game with.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
and there's one thing I learned over the years: memories. You can't buy memories.
No, you're right though. And if you're not a part of the game, you don't get the memories. It's like when I came back and I was out of the game for 5 years. I wasn't making any new fun memories, and then doing this and all the fun things that have happened and being ranked #1 in Israel, and then coaching kids and all the fun memories I've had coaching these kids. It might be expensive, but it sure is fun.
Yeah, it is fun. So actually it was great, and yes, and we did we put really much work into this tournament also, because we wanted to raise the level of work and the level of professionalism this year, and
that's why you got into the video too, eh?
We did, yeah, but I never thought about this way, but it really helps, especially when you don't have a lot of time, but you show players
what you want.
Yeah, what we want. We show them good things, we show them bad things, we show them what the opponent team is doing on the ice, on the power play. You can prepare, and I hope it helped them also. But of course, you have to do it every other tournament, not only once.
And you can't do too much at once, right? If you bring them in and do an hour of video, you'll lose the crowd real quick.
Of course, but on the one hand, but on the other hand, that's something what we demand and what we always say, guys. We have 10 days only.
Yeah, focus up.
Focus. You will have a lot of information, but when you see it from the other point of view, is last year we won and we moved up.
Yeah.
And this year, our goal was not to relegate.
Yeah, to stay
up. And we played. We lost actually this game against Spain, but we played for a gold medal.
Yeah.
So I mean.
And that was after moving up.
Yeah. So actually, it never happened before with you know, like at least with the team Israel, it never happened before at this level. So there's so there is an improvement,
There's a
and
lot
there
of
is,
positives to take from that
yeah,
tournament.
a lot of positives, and there then if you're successful, then you did probably something right, you know.
I find the video weird because I didn't enjoy watching video of myself play when I played. I felt like I knew when I made mistakes. And you talk to your line mate and you're like, so were you open back door? And he's like, yeah. And then, and then like, okay, I don't need to see the play. I know what happened. But I found
Wait,
it weird watching the highlights of
yeah.
my year with Mishi. And then you see yourself play, and I'm like, so what am I gonna do here? Because it was like 12 years ago or whatever, and you're like, what am I gonna do here? And then you see what you did, you're like, oh, okay, that made sense.
Not that bad, huh? Not that bad. No,
I
but
find it interesting though, right?
yeah,
Because like watching highlights and you get the puck, you're like, so what am I gonna do here?
I know exactly what you're talking about because I hated to see myself playing too. You know, like because sometimes even yeah, you feel like, hey, I was so fast, and then you see the video, and then it
Oh
was like,
yeah, there's
oh,
there's a time I got stuck in the
yeah,
blue
you're
zone in the highlights
fast,
today, and it looked
yeah.
like I was gonna fall over. I was so tired.
But on the other hand, you know, like that's what we told our players too. We're not picking on a player, you know, like, and we're showing some good things also.
Yeah,
We had some nice
can't all
goals.
be negative, right?
Yeah. But it's about the system, you know, like it's about what you want to see, and it's not about like single decisions because, you know, things are so different always, and you never know how like is it because you know it yourself. Uh, when you start your shift, you do different things and at the end of the shift you do different things because you're tired, you know, some stuff like this has happened. Is it in the first period, is it in the third period, did you come, maybe you had a double shift, stuff. So it's only system wise, you know, like because you want to get the ice you don't have the time on the ice, you don't have the time to practice, but then you show them just good things and like and things which they can improve. It's not about single players doing like you know. So but of course I know I hated to see myself too. Like I don't like the way, you know, like you feel like you're a smooth player, but then you see who's it's not me.
Yeah, I felt like I was going way faster.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So when you're in Team Israel's locker room, what language are we speaking?
Actually, this year we had only 4 guys on the team who were not speaking Russian. They were
Not
only
Russian.
not Russian, so we could speak the most of the time. We could speak Russian, but as far as we are Team Israel, the official language was English.
Okay. And then like that Levin that's playing the OHL, he's probably an English speaker then, right? You probably have
Yeah,
guys.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was born in Israel. He speaks Russian, he speaks Hebrew, he speaks English pretty well. But
Okay.
all the guys speaking English, and we have like the most guys on the team playing in the US or in Canada. The most
Right.
guys.
I found it interesting when I went to Germany and the coach did everything in German, and I did not know German yet. And he'd do his pregame speeches, he'd do practices. It was all in German, and I never knew what he was saying the whole year. And I say they put me beside Chris St. Croix, who knew German and had been there for years, and I'd be like, "So, is there anything I need to know today?" And he'd just be like, "Nope, go out and play." I'm like, "Okay."
Maybe even better, eh?
Yeah, they didn't have to overthink things if you didn't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
uh what are you guys doing on your power play breakout? Do you do the drop back?
No, actually, we had so many things to work on. So, and we have good players. So,
Yeah.
the power play, the first, at least for the first couple of games, we just explained on the boards what we want to see, and actually, what you want to see is like, you know, like get pucks to the net. You know,
Yeah.
like be patient. Like, do not like overhandle the puck. Do not go into the one-on-ones. You know, like move
Yeah.
the puck, get pucks to the net, find puck, you know, get in your position.
Keep it simple.
But yeah, keep it simple, you know. And we didn't have a lot of time to practice power play, but we had a good power play. We have good guys. They they just figured it out. And on the breakout, I think we did the double swing. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just simple because you know there's so many things you have to work on. You know,
Yeah.
like
You don't need to overcomplicate the
yeah,
breakout.
and power play, in my opinion at least, you know, like if you have guys who knows how to play power play, they'll figure out. You know?
Just get them the puck.
yeah. So actually, it was like this also. But...
And where was this tournament? What country? So you said you lost a game to Spain. Is that who won the gold?
Spain won the gold. Yes.
And what other countries were there, and where were you?
We were in Serbia, in Belgrade.
What's the barn like in Serbia?
What the
What's
bars?
the arena? The barn.
The barn.
But yeah, curious about the bars too.
The bars are great. The bar. Actually, it was last year. The men's championship was in Serbia too. So they have a good they have a good rink.
Yeah.
It was. It's pretty big. It's really like for you guys, you would die there because it's huge. It's like even for the European.
I don't need that in my life.
You have to. You have to. But on the other hand, it's pretty. It's still it's easier to play with a puck because you have more space. Yeah, more room, and it's
so Serbia, Spain. Who else is there?
Serbia, Spain, Australia, Belgium, and Iceland. And us.
Yeah, Belgium. They must have been all right, eh?
They are relegated.
Okay, never mind. What about Australia? Like they got a league.
Australia. Actually, that's Australia. We beat both of them.
Right.
Australia was the first game, and Australia usually they play. They have like guys big size, like big guys, and they play physical game. There was like they jumps you, they and so.
There's a bit of mucking it
up.
Out
You
there.
have to play smart about them, and you have to realize for them it's off season now. Because they at the beginning of when the most of guys are already played like I don't know like 30-40 games whatever, they're coming off the off season, so they usually
it's summer there.
So they usually, we were lucky to play our first game against Australia because they get better
after as they're on the ice. That makes sense.
So but they're like
if you're going to the Israeli league for 4 weeks to play in that league, what would somebody be expecting food-wise? Because I love food.
Food-wise?
Yeah. What would you be eating in Israel?
The problem is, I think we were talking about that. The problem is when I go to Israel, I go to visit my grandma, so I get like my grandma's food, which I like really much.
Like what would that be? What would be an example of a meal she would make you?
Nice soup. And probably some like chicken beef with I don't know, with rice and with salads, stuff like this.
So pretty normal.
Pretty normal, yeah. But when you go out in Tel Aviv, you get amazing food. You have like, of course, you have fruits and vegetables and beef. You have falafel. You have Arabic food. You have Israeli food. You have like a lot of food courts. You have great burgers there. You have fish.
What about their kebab game? Donors, yufkas, like high end, eh?
Yeah, kebab is in Israel is different than kebab in Germany, but kebab is
really
it's really great.
I'm curious now. I love kebabbing.
Yeah, the German one.
I ate a lot of donors or yufkas when I was in Germany. I think actually that's why I got so fat and they asked me to kindly leave. Once I started kebabbing, I couldn't stop.
No, in Israel, food-wise, Israel is great because you have a lot of different cultures.
Yeah.
In Israel, and you have you get food from like in the mix
all over
stuff like this all over, and food is great.
I've found in Germany the food was great because you'd have the German restaurants, you'd have Italians cooking Italian food and like making it from scratch and doing it right, and then you'd have the kebabs. I enjoyed eating food in Germany. I was good at it.
By the way, because I remember because he had a restaurant. You know how I met a couple of weeks ago, Luigi Calcio.
Oh yeah, where'd you see him?
He is coaching the U20 in Mannheim.
Okay.
And I met him because in Cologne they were playing the game right before our game, and we chat a little bit, and he is like, but I think last year he was a U17 coach in Mannheim. Now he's coaching U20s.
When he always had ties with Mannheim, because when we were in Hellbron, well, he was helping coach minor hockey team in Hellbron, but we always had the further license with Mannheim. Like our young puppies would go up and practice with them too.
Yeah.
So they've always had a relationship there. Like Rico Rossi and Luigi are tight.
Rico,
and, yeah. I think he's coaching kids somewhere now too in Canada.
Rico?
Yeah.
He's back in Canada? I don't know.
I think so.
He was in Castle, but I don't know, like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, he was in Castle.
I think I saw him coaching at like a prep school or something now in Canada.
Maybe.
I think he's back, but Luigi, I could chat with him. Yeah, he was our captain in Hellbron there.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was there a long time. That'd be a pretty big job, eh? Coaching under 20 Mannheim.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a good organization, and like
everybody knows about Mannheim around the world now, eh?
Yeah, sure.
I still remember when we were with Hellbron and our training camp was at the Mannheim Arena, and I could not believe how nice that arena was. And then they had like 3 pads, and they had 2 practice pads, and I remember seeing the Mannheim guys practicing, and that was the first time I had seen like coaches go on the ice with iPads and all this fancy stuff, and they were practicing like one-timers and stuff, but then videoing it on iPads and then reviewing it together on the ice. And I was like, wow, this is like, they're really high-end hockeying around here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But it's good. It's a good organization, and I think he's doing a really good job also.
Yeah.
So I mean, I saw only last 10 minutes of the third period of the game, but his team seemed to be like really well coached and doing good.
You know what? Fun fact for you today is I've been invited back to Germany. They are willing to pay for my flight and expenses. And Landshut, Germany, that I played my first year with, a couple fans have taken upon themselves to invite me to a charity game in 2026 and pay for all my expenses and flight to come play a hockey game in Landshut.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
It is, but I hope you agreed. You said yes.
I said absolutely. I'm in there like swimwear.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, if it's gonna be possible, we'll come over.
Yeah. So sometime in 2026, apparently they get like 5,500 fans at this charity game, but I don't think they know that I haven't exercised in a decade.
You have still time to prepare.
Oh, you're saying I got to work out to play a charity game?
No, you don't have to work out.
Once you have it, it's hard to lose it.
Hey, you never. The thing, hands still there. You're still on the ice every day, so you're gonna do good. But you have to make a podcast from there.
I'm pretty sure I'd have to do some podcasts while I was in Landshut. Yeah,
and you'll probably meet a couple guys.
It's all about the people, you know, and man, some of those teammates I had from Landshut were my favorite teammates I ever had. Hammer, Geipe, Abshi, Hundhammer, and
Toby.
Not Toby. Peter, his brother. Peter. He was my line mate that season in Landshut, and man, when you have each other's backs like we did, and also like we enjoyed playing hockey together on and off the ice, and he's a beauty.
He is, yeah.
Can't wait to see all those guys. I can't wait. I haven't been back to Germany since I was asked to kindly leave. I was invited back for a couple jersey retirements, and I couldn't make Justin Kelly's or Renee Schoff's in Bietigheim because I was already going to Wales the same year. But to get to go back to Germany and see it again, when you're playing over there, you don't really appreciate what you're doing. And to get to go back there and just enjoy it for a weekend or whatever, be pretty fun.
It will, of course. What about New York? Is it far from you, New York?
Yeah, that's far. When is that game?
23rd of March.
That's what, 3rd?
23rd, yeah, 23rd of March.
I'm hoping to be gearing up for all Ontario finals around then with my boys.
Yeah, okay,
yeah. We got a championship to win after losing the Silver Stick finals, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyways, there are a lot of guys also will be there from the Israeli Hockey Federation and the Summer League, and like maybe
Yeah, I wish I would be able to make it because it would be neat to meet all
Uh,
those guys and everybody that has
and,
supported us chatting and then getting us to number one.
and you know who's going? I don't know. I think, but I saw him on the roster. You know who's going to coach us? The team Jerusalem.
No.
Our coach. What's he is? I think he is a Canadian hockey broadcaster or something like this. Jesse Pollock.
Okay.
You know this guy?
I've seen him on on like social media stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know him,
Yeah, I don't
but
know
he
him.
has something to do with Israel though, right?
Yeah, I think he is Jewish, but he was in Israel also like 2 years ago for did some podcasts or whatever.
Yeah, he made like videos and stuff
Yeah,
about playing
but
hockey in
he
Israel,
but
right?
he's pretty famous. He's going to all the NHL guys. Oh, you still
No, no. Maybe.
Misha too. Still,
It's something hockey, hey.
yeah,
But yeah, he is famous over here. I guess they're gonna make this a big deal, this game in the
yeah.
Islanders rink, eh?
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. And
Why not
actually,
do it right?
and actually, for me, it's also great. I want to take my son with me,
Yeah,
and I have never seen an NHL game live.
no,
No.
they're expensive.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the
So
price.
when you're going over for that game, you're gonna have to fly from Germany. So who is covering the bill? Are you paying to be there, or does Israel pay for you to be there?
That's a good question. I don't know yet. They actually I mean they're trying to make a lot of things happen. You know, like they paying all the stuff in the US. They rent the NHL arena and all the and they're trying to also
It's big
to raise money.
doings.
Yeah, they try to raise money also for the flight tickets and stuff like this, but and for the hotel and everything. But I don't know actually if they didn't tell us yet if they can pay for the flights. But but
Well, if they want to pay for my travel, there'd be a lot better way, or be a lot easier for me to get there.
I know it's just but
Same for all of
actually,
you, right?
but for me it's like like this is going to be great experience. This is going to be a great time. We will like see a lot of guys I haven't seen
It's
for
going to be a
years.
memory
Yeah,
for life.
and we will have and like I told you, I mean, the national team is one thing, and there will be a lot of guys who we play together on the national team with, but there will be also a lot of other guys from the summer league, and like to be around these guys is going to be fun. So
Oh yeah.
and fun sometimes you have to pay it,
Yeah, it costs money to have fun sometimes. It's like
yeah,
coaching minor
yeah,
hockey around here. You do it voluntarily, and it actually costs you a lot of money to have fun.
I know.
Yeah,
And traveling, yeah, traveling
yeah.
is yeah, yeah, it's gonna be like traveling is so expensive. My son is right now this weekend they were playing in Berlin tournament. Next weekend they're playing in Schwenningen. And there's 3 or 4 other tournaments coming up in March and April. Czech, Bietigheim, for example, Bietigheim and Erding also. And
I
oh,
know all those places.
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
that's why. And,
It brings back memories talking to guys
yeah,
that are over in
yeah.
Germany. I haven't been in so long, man. So do you
But
have
but on the
any?
other hand,
Huh?
I gotta tell you because I mean I don't have always time to join him to go with him to the tournaments. But once you go to Berlin or other even there's so many guys around the rink,
That you
you
know?
know, back in the days,
Yeah.
and now the kids are playing.
Yep.
Hemi, Jan Hemis. No, you didn't play with him, I think.
Who?
But I know he played in Bremerhaven and stuff. But there's so many guys who you played against or who you played with, and now their kids are playing and stuff
Uh,
like this, and you meet them around as parents or as coaches, and so nice. And
it is so cool. And for me, it was like I was gone for, I mean, a long time. I never haven't been around Ontario much since I left for university. And now that I'm back and you play all these small towns, it's like every rink I go into, I see someone I know from back in the day, and it's so fun reconnecting. And then your kids go out and play against each other. It's hilarious.
yeah, it is. It is, yeah. And now, for me, it's sometimes it's tough because my son is a goalie, like, and then
Ah,
yeah, but when and he is a big guy also. He is like
I'd imagine he's a big guy if he's your son. They say genes are a thing.
yeah, he is a really big guy. I can send you a picture. It's because it's fun. It's funny. The most most guys on his team are like this.
You're gonna have to send me new poster pics for your poster if
Oh
you got
yeah,
any new pictures.
yeah, I will. I
My
will.
guy in Cardiff, Wales, Lee Freeman, will whip up a nice poster. He's only done your episode 446 now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, done a
someone.
lot of talking.
How long are you doing this?
I think I started 2021.
3
I still
years.
find it fun. I think we
Yeah,
just had our 4-year anniversary.
4 year anniversary, 400. So it's like basically every week.
Whenever I have a window, usually, because I find this to be fun.
Yeah.
And I enjoy talking to people I know that are great guys and gals, and it makes me happier, and I enjoy life more doing this. So I just keep doing it for free.
Yeah, you need to find sponsors.
I
What
should
about,
get sponsors, eh? What are you
huh?
gonna do? I just don't like calling and selling myself and what I'm doing. I just like having fun, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but if you find sponsors, so you can travel.
Right,
Possible.
right.
Yeah.
Travel.
You
Mm.
just
I heard
travel.
there's a
Come to
game in
Germany,
Cardiff.
come to
My
Düsseldorf.
But I want to go do all the things, man. I want to go back to the places I've been and see it again. And I guess you do need money to do those things, don't you?
Course. But when you go to Landshut, you go only for the weekend or you take, I mean,
Well, I don't even know when it is yet. All I know is it's 2026 and that they found a sponsor to pay for my flight and expenses. But then there's also a game in Cardiff, Wales, June 14th for my former teammate that I may or may not be invited to. And then I might have to do some jersey raffles to pay for that flight. Good thing I made up some 2Ls and Hockey Tales jerseys that I could raffle
yeah.
off if I need a flight somewhere.
Okay. And yeah, and you have to remind me that if I wanted to send you
He was going to
jersey.
send me some Israeli jerseys, and he's asked for my address, and I'm just still waiting for them, you know? Because I got some cool jerseys now, and I think a Team Israel one or even a Dolphins jersey would look pretty nice,
Of course.
right?
I mean, actually, I don't have a Dolphins jersey because I gave it away.
Oh, you gave it away.
Yeah, because they ordered the jersey and
Well,
somehow
maybe this time
it
give it
wasn't
to
it
me.
wasn't the first season I played with my the number on the back
Yeah.
was zero because it was a how you say it, I don't know, they lost my jersey or they didn't order it, whatever, but I didn't have my own jersey, so zero, and I just after the season I just gave it away.
Well, I would like one for my collection because I have been collecting some pretty neat jerseys around here. I got a sledge hockey team from Cardiff that I helped raise money for a guy's new wheelchair. And
Oh
then also the Cardiff Centaurs is a new like men's league team
yeah,
that put my logo on their jersey and sent me one with Walton 18 on the back.
yeah.
I got some cool ones now. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So I'm a big Israeli supporter, and I think it's neat where hockey's going there and what you guys have done, you know? So I think it'd be neat to have a jersey.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Yeah.
Attaboy. I love it.
And, well, my most I don't know, like you can call it strange, but most jerseys from the Dubai Mighty Camels.
That would be a cool jersey. The
Very
Dubai
cool.
Mighty Camels.
Yeah, I have a jersey.
Did you beat them?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you?
As there
If you're
was
gonna play, you may
actually,
as well win, eh?
yeah, it was a first ever game between Israeli and the team from Dubai.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
and you
yeah,
got the jersey from that. That's pretty. That's a memory.
yeah, I have a jersey from that, and yeah, I'll score a couple goals also.
Well, you're gonna have to tell Mishi to give me a chat before he heads to Mexico, eh?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he wanted to be here, but like there's since the decision about his coaching was made yesterday, and now like he has to also to leave like he has 3 weeks or 2 weeks to go till he has to leave to Mexico and miss some time again and hear it. So and he got
He's
a
a
little
busy
sick.
boy.
Yeah, I will say it. I mean, he needs some work to do it tomorrow, Monday. So he needs to get ready. And he said like, yeah, next day. He said, and I told him also like, don't worry after you come back from Mexico, and if you're successful you'll get a shot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Got to earn your way into the shed.
Yeah. So no, actually after the tournament I said you will be willing to do a
Then
pause.
he'd have more time. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Just like a couple gals from Team Great Britain that just won the gold medal.
oh
Was going
yeah,
to have them on before the tournament, and then it made more sense to have them on after they won the gold.
yeah, of
Right?
course. But they won no, not last season. They won the gold, right?
No, they just won it like a week or two ago for under 18.
for under 18. Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and there are a couple gals I had talked to the year before, and actually, when I
Yeah.
went to Cardiff last time, I saw the one practice and went to a practice and met her, and then to see them become gold medalists the next year was pretty neat.
Yeah, it is. And actually, the league in Great Britain is getting better and better. Yeah, they're improving
They
year by year.
they are. Yep, it's
Like,
hockey's growing there.
yeah, yeah. I just see the trades, and I know some guys from who played in Germany too, going to the Great Britain. So the level of the top league is pretty much Germany too right now.
Well, it's different, right? I think they beat a lot of DL2 teams because they have so many imports.
Yeah,
Uh,
the
they,
top two to top three teams. Yeah, but yeah, I take the average.
Right, yeah. The middle of the pack would, yeah, the DL2, that would
Yeah,
be a good game. But I think
yeah,
the top teams in that league beat DL2 teams because they do have good budgets there now. I think guys are making more than when I played there.
yeah,
And they also have a lot of imports. So when there's 3 lines of imports, it's, you're sometimes the DL2, at least when I was there, you get put out against the kids on the other team and they were like they had cages on and you're like, oh, it's time to go here,
yeah,
it's time to score a goal, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Well, you got anything else for me before we shut her down? All I gotta say is like you're a hockey dude and I appreciate what you're doing in the hockey world and all the coaching and effort you're putting in to build Israeli hockey. I think it's really neat to see, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy to be part of it, and like you said, to be able to be around hockey, to be involved in hockey, and
It's fun.
also and also if you compare like big hockey countries like Canada, Russia, Germany, or Czech or whatever, how much is the chance that you have a big influence on their hockey culture? In
Right.
Israel, I still have a chance to
To make your
to
mark.
make history. Like to make history. I'm probably the first guy ever who won gold medal as a player and as a coach.
There's not many people in the world that can say that.
Yeah, in Israel, so that's fun, right?
That is fun.
And,
I agree. And yeah,
yeah,
like coaching, and then actually getting to win. It's like last year when we won all Ontario.
yeah,
Doing that with my son, and then all of his buddies from this hometown or his hometown that like they're friends for life and they have that forever. And then you run into them around town and it's magical stuff winning with kids.
of course. And yeah, and great. This is great memories for you. And imagine for him,
Yeah.
for your son, he'll gonna remember it much longer than you will.
I think a lot of the dads on that team and parents and kids aren't going to forget about it anytime soon. And that's why I want to do it again this year.
Yeah, I hope you can repeat it. I hope
Yeah,
you can.
that's the plan. We got the team to do it. We just got to go out there and get her done. Right.
Winning take and the higher the level, the more it takes, and the experience not to win it sometimes, or to win it, it brings you it's even experience. And next year,
Yeah, and we lost a heartbreaker there the other weekend, but the boys had that experience playing in the huge game. And next time it comes to that, I think we'll be more prepared.
of course.
Mhm.
Uh,
Well, go Team Israel, go Canucks, go Wolves, and go Dusseldorf under 15s.
yes.
And this has been another episode of Two L's and Hockey Tales with Kazi and Wally.